Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance. Today, we finally talk about him. The new hero released exclusively through Realm Mode. Leonel. The way of nature warrior who steps into Dominion not quietly, but with blades, critical strikes, and energy destruction. And Guardians, before we get carried away with wild theories or calling him broken on day one, we're doing this the right way, we're focusing on exactly what we can see. His kit. His mechanics. His role? No extra speculation. Because just from the skill descriptions alone, Leonel already screams one thing loud and clear. This hero is built to create pressure through critical hits, and then punish you by messing with your energy and your timing. Leonel is an agility-based frontline warrior from the way of nature. He fights using physical attack, and his kit is made for aggressive, forward momentum. He wants to jump in, force mistakes, and turn a clean fight into chaos. First up, Blades of Shadow. Leonel disappears into the shadows and delivers a series of strikes, appearing behind enemies. Each hit deals more damage than the last one. And while the skill is active, he cannot be targeted by enemy attacks or abilities. Guardians. This is not a normal ultimate. This is damage plus repositioning plus temporary immunity. He vanishes. He goes behind the enemy line. He becomes untargetable. And then he ramps his damage higher and higher with every hit. That means this skill has finisher energy written all over it. If Leonel gets to connect cleanly, he can threaten the backline, the supports, the fragile mages, the squishy damage dealers, and each strike becomes more dangerous than the one before. And because he's untargetable during it, the enemy can't simply delete him mid-combo with a quick stun chain or burst window. They have to survive it. And that's a very different problem. Now we move to the second skill. Predator Jump. Leonel attacks the nearest enemy and strikes twice. Shielded enemies take increased damage and receive the Mark of Fate. If it has been learned, 2 hits matters. It's not just a single strike, it's a double tap. That gives him more chances to spike damage, more chances to interact with crit mechanics later, and more chances to pressure tanks that rely on shielding. And the shield punishment is the key message here. If an enemy is protected by shields, Leonel hits harder. In a game where shields are everywhere, from defensive setups, from protection supports, from survival mechanics, a hero that specifically gets stronger against shielded targets is automatically dangerous. And on top of that, Predator Jump becomes a setup tool, because it can apply Mark of Fate once you unlock it. So even before we talk about the mark itself, the kit is already telling us, Leonel is designed to punish safe defensive play. If your plan is to shield and slowly build energy, Leonel is designed to ruin your day. Now we go to the third skill. Royal Roar. This one is a buff, and it's where Leonel's identity starts to sharpen into something very specific. Royal Roar increases critical hit chance based on physical attack. Then it increases critical hit chance of Leonel and the ally with the highest physical attack. But here's the detail that changes everything. If Leonel has the highest physical attack, the effect is applied only to him. And in that case, his critical hit chance is increased even further, and his critical damage is increased to 300%. Guardians? That is a massive statement. This skill is basically a signpost, telling you how to build him. Leonel wants to be the top physical attack in the team. Because if he is, he doesn't just share the buff, he becomes the buff. And 300% critical damage is not nice value. That's a lethal multiplier. That's the kind of scaling that turns a warrior into an executioner. So now the kit has revealed the plan. Leonel boosts his own Crete engine. He jumps in and punishes shields. He ults into the backline while untargetable. And he ramps damage higher and higher. And now, last skill. Mark of Fate. This is the passive mark mechanic that ties the whole kit together. Critical attacks apply a mark that drains the enemy's energy. At max level, it burns 75 energy per second. The higher the critical damage multiplier, the stronger the effect. The mark can stack multiple times. And the chance to apply the mark is reduced if the enemy's level is higher than 120. So what does this actually mean in real fights? It means Leonel is not only a damage hero. He is a tempo hero. Every time he lands critical hits, he is not just hurting you, he is denying you. He is draining your energy. He is slowing your ultimates. He is breaking your timing. And because the mark stacks, a fight that lasts longer can become worse and worse for the enemy. Now connect the dots. Royal Roar pushes Leonel into high creep chance and high creep damage. That means more crits. More crits means more Mark of Fate stacks. More stacks means more energy drain. And when enemies lose energy, they lose their ability to answer his pressure. This is a dangerous loop. And it gets even more brutal when you remember Blades of Shadow is untargetable. If he disappears and is critting behind your team, you are potentially losing energy while you can't even hit him back. That kind of mechanic is how fights collapse without the enemy understanding why. Now, I'm not going to tell you today that Leonel is the new king of the meta. Not yet. But I will tell you exactly what he looks like on paper. A frontline warrior built around Crete scaling. A shield punisher with double hit pressure. An assassin-style ultimate that repositions him, and makes him untargetable. And a stacking energy drain mechanic that can suffocate teams over time. That combination is rare. And it's especially interesting because he's a way of nature hero, meaning he naturally raises questions about how he will fit with the existing nature ecosystem. And how he could change it. Now here's the most important part, Guardians. Leonel is locked behind Realm. That means he isn't just another hero release where everyone grabs him instantly and forgets him after a week. He's a progression hero. A mode hero. An investment hero. And that tells me one thing, Nexters expects Leonel to matter. So what happens next on Olympus Alliance? We go deeper. In the next videos, we are going to bring you the full Leonel guide. His best teams. His best counters. His best synergies. And the exact way to build him, so you're not wasting resources. Because a hero like this is going to look okay if built wrong. But if built right, he becomes a problem. So Guardians, tell me in the comments, what's your first impression of Leonel? Are you already pushing Realm to unlock him? Have you seen his energy burn in action? Do you think he's going to become a real meta threat? Or just a niche anti-shield specialist? Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.